Now this has got to be one of the most eye-catching cars we've had in a very long time. This is a 2018 on an 18 plate Mclaren 570S Spider. So as you can see, the roof is down at the moment and we'll show you that when it goes up, but it's a great looking car. 3.8 litre V8 with 567 horsepower. So it's an incredibly quick car, 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, 600 Newton meters of torque. And thanks to McLaren's famous lightweight carbon fiber monocoque chassis, it's got a dry weight of just over 1,350 kilos. So it's an incredibly light car. With the roof up, it will do over 204 miles per hour. So it is incredibly fast. And the best bit, it's only just over £80,000. It's incredible value. If you can find me a 200-mile-an-hour supercar with carbon fibre all over it like this for or just over £80,000, then you know you've got a good deal. But this car's done 29,000 miles from new, and it's got a full service history. It's been very well looked after, and we'll walk around the car and point out the bits. But first of all, you'll notice the car is wrapped in matte black all over, and it's got lots of carbon fibre sort of wrapped bits around the outside as well, accents, so it really does look the part. It's very eye-catching, and to anybody who doesn't know that it's wrapped, you know, a lot of people would fall for it being genuine carbon and a genuine matte car, such is the condition of the car. We've got LED headlights at the front. The whole front splitter section has been wrapped in carbon, and it really does look great as well. And then obviously we've got front park distance control very neatly hidden in the front bumper as well. Coming down the side, we've got these beautiful wheels in this sort of metallic satin grey. I know that sounds a bit odd, but it is a very shiny matte paint finish on the wheels. The carbon fibre centre cap with the red McLaren logo in there. Massive carbon ceramic brakes behind there, and the orange painted papaya brake calipers, which is obviously famous as McLaren's colour, especially in their Formula One cars. Carbon wrapped door mirrors, along with lots of details on the door. So across the top of the doors, this sort of centre cutout section here as well, where the air scoops go into the engines at the back, along with the lower side splitter, which is the difference between a 540 and a 570. You've got this much more aggressive side skirt down the sides there. You've got the iconic dihedral opening doors, so they come upwards and outwards. And have a look inside. This car's got the launch edition interior, so we've got a mix of Alcantara and leather with lots of orange leather highlights along with orange contrast stitching, and we've got the genuine carbon fibre McLaren interior zone, so the steering wheel, the shift paddles, around the sat-nav screen in the centre, and down next to your driving controls down in the centre of the car as well, along with the launch edition plaque, which we'll show you as we get round the driver's side. The doors shut themselves. They've almost got a bit of a soft close when you drop them down. And then coming around the back, again, more carbon fibre wrapped around the engine bay here, and you've got these vents to let heat out of the engine, but it also allows you to see in as well, which is a very nice touch. The carbon fibre aero spoiler across the back, and then again, the whole sort of back end and diffuser section here has been wrapped in carbon. We've got a sports exhaust on this car as well, so it sounds incredible. And then again, the rear park distance controls. And I like the way McLaren have done the lights in the same shape as their logo. It's a very clever detail. Again, with venting in the centre of the light to let the air out between. Very, very clever design. And I do think it's a great looking convertible. And being a convertible, you've got a glass screen here, which we'll show you afterwards, which you can put up and down. So even if you've got the roof up, you can still hear the noise of that engine. We've got some controls for the car here as well. So if it's being towed or anything like that, or opening the engine bay at the back, or turning the interior alarm off if you're leaving somebody or something in the car whilst jumping out, you can do that all via the door up there. Obviously, we've got a carbon, well, I say obviously, we have got a carbon fibre section for the window controls, and the door will pull down and shut, but I'll leave it open for the sake of explaining things in the video. It's an incredible driving position. You get really low. You feel well protected because you've got the big sort of section here where the carbon monocoque goes down, leather wrapped here with the McLaren inscribed in the leather as well. And then again, a very simple steering wheel. There's no buttons on the steering wheel because it's a driver focused car. I'll fire it into life and you'll hear just how good it sounds. Makes an incredible noise. Hopefully you can still hear me over that noise because it is very loud in here. But the steering wheel itself is adjustable, highly adjustable actually, so I can pull that, go forwards, backwards, up or down, get yourself nice and comfortable where you want to be. And we've got the carbon fibre detailing so on these sections here, and the massive shift paddles, which are magnetic shift paddles. So as you pull one, the other one goes backwards and vice versa. And that is how they are in a Formula One car. So It feels great to use those if you're driving the car in manual. It's flat bottom as well with the orange highlights down there. Cruise control is via the stalk down to the right hand side. Our usual wiper controls, indicator controls, and then down on the left we've got another stalk which controls what we do over on the left hand side of the screen. There's a menu you can go through, but it also, when you're not doing that, it controls the front lifter. So if I lift that stalk up, the car raises and you can see it says vehicle raising. We've got a flashing light, green light, to show us that the car is raising, and it will go up at the flick of a button. You don't need to go through menus, you can literally just flick that up whilst you're driving. It goes solid when the car is raised, and again you can flick it down when you're done and the car will go down as well. And speaking of that section, so if I clear this message, you can open a menu here, which I don't think I can do with a door open. Actually, yes I can. So we can flick up and down, and there's various different settings you can go into here. So car's information, some telemetry graphs, your trip meters. You can even bring on the reverse camera if you want to. So you've got a reverse camera on this particular car, which is a nice touch. And yeah, lots of other things, a compass or your navigation system, and then system settings, and again your vehicle lift, but I'll pop it back on the trip meter for now. Coming across into the centre, again that carbon fibre surrounding this centre screen, which does have Bluetooth audio. It's also got Mclaren's own navigation system, which is quite useful if you need to use the sat-nav system. Press the Mclaren button here to go back to the menu, and there's various other things you can do, like I say, about your Bluetooth connectivity. You've got a climate control screen here, which again is very useful, very easy to use. Lots of storage, goes a long way back, and then at the back here you'll see we've got the 570S Launch Edition plaque, which is going to be difficult for the camera to see because it's a long way down under the dashboard there. A cup holder down there along with more storage, and then again this is where it gets interesting because this is where your driving controls are. So we've got one for the engine and one for the drivetrain. So you've got normal, sport and track modes for each of those, and if I twist these around to track, just twisting them doesn't actually change anything. You have to press the active button, but as I do that the dashboard will change into sort of a racing style dashboard, where if I give it a small rev you'll see how it goes across the screen. And it makes an incredible noise when you do that. But I'll flick it back into normal for now. We've got our drive, our neutral, our reverse, and then as I said at the beginning, because it's convertible, we've got our glass screen behind me which will go up and down, so I'll show you that now. That will go up and down, and if you've got the roof up it allows you to put that window down, and as I said before, hear that incredible engine noise from behind. Again, lots of storage under here, big cubby hole for the armrest under there. And just a detailing on the seats, you've got the orange perforations, leather sections, the orange bands up the middle, and I'll shut the door and run the roof for you so you can see A, how fast it is, and B, what it looks like with the roof up, because it's a great looking car whether the roof is up or down. And I just think for the money these are now, just over £80,000 for this particular car, it's incredible value. As I said at the beginning, a 200 mile per hour, it's got to be a supercar, and it does that sort of speed. Handles unbelievably well, and just a joy to drive. A really, really nice place to sit as well. Doors open out, so you can jump out nice and easily. And as I said at the beginning, they've got a soft close on them, so you push them down and they will shut themselves. But as I said at the beginning, this has got to be one of the most eye-catching 570Ss out there, in the matte black with all of the carbon fibre wrap details, and just a stunning colour combination on the inside with all the orange highlights. My name's Ben, I hope the video's helped. Thank you very much for watching.